So before we start, let's ask for a blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jimeling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so welcome again to the new year, and here we are doing it again. And it's funny that if you reflect back, originally we started this off, 2020? March, when there was a lockdown and everything. I thought we were going to do it for 3 weeks. I thought we were going to just do it for 3 weeks. Yeeks, it's already almost another, 2 years? So anyway, we continue doing what we need to do. I hope that a lot of you have benefited from it and continue to spiritually grow. So we just keep going. Now today, I was thinking about it. What should we cover to help all of you have a good year? You say, well, they have a good year. Have a better year. You know, I always look at it like in life, I only have two modes, fast and ballistic. In other words, we always want to constantly move forward. And then just when you think you're doing well, strap on booster rockets, go even faster. That's the way I was brought up. That's the way I was taught. So I hope you're on board, because if not, oh well, go find another teacher. That's how we do it. So I hope these lessons will help you grow faster. And what is the objective here? The objective here is to be so successful, healthy, happy, and everything else in between, so that you can be of service to other people. That's what it's for. Okay? It's a means to an end. For us, success is a means to an end. So let's talk about it. You know, you already planted seeds. How do you make it grow faster? You put fertilizer. Okay? Now, let's not get into, there's chemicals. That's not the point. Don't go crazy over useless things, okay? Just the concept is, you planted something, you want to make it grow faster, you put something to make it grow faster. Clear? Because I know somebody goes, yeah, but I know some fertilizers, the blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're wasting your time. Focus on the lesson, not on the useless stuff. Clear? You put something down on the ground, you may want to make it grow faster. You can call it whatever you want. The idea is to how to make it with the same amount of effort, just a little bit of something to make it grow faster and more. Okay? So that part of it, that's why we use this quote from Lao Tzu. If you take a look at it again, it says, you cannot receive what you don't give. Outflow determines inflow. Okay? Outflow determines inflow. And the lesson here that my teacher used to say is, you see, this thing called the law of karma, not your opinion of karma, is universal. And essentially, whatever you plant, you will harvest. Simple as that. You believe it? Great. You can harness it. You don't believe it? Well, you're screwed. Because you go, I don't believe in that stuff. Okay, well, go suffer. Simple as that. A lot of people try to sugarcoat it, but it's as simple as that. It's a law, period. Now, if you're smart, you go, there's this law already, you might as well use it. And the beautiful thing about it is something like this. This so-called law of karma, listen carefully. We'll put it in everyday terms. If I take this remote control and drop it, or I let go of it, it'll drop to the ground. There's this thing called gravitation or gravity, all right? Now, I can sit there and complain, what is this thing called gravity? But I have to get out of bed, right? Or I can say, what is the mechanism that when I drop something, it goes to the ground? And the speed it hits the ground, how hard it hits the ground, and what else can I use it for? So if you're thinking about that, you go, okay, if that's the case, let me see. I want to draw a straight line on the wall. I don't have a straight edge or a ruler or whatever it is that you can draw with. Okay, I can hang a string with something heavy, and assuming it stretches that string properly, I will draw a straight line every single time, even if I'm zero talent. Because that's what it is. Okay? So, as simple as that. So this thinking called gravity, you ask yourself, how do I harness it? It has certain mechanism, it has certain principle. And how do you study it? It's called physics. So by understanding physics, I can go, all right, based on certain conditions, certain mechanism, I can harness this thing called gravity in order to make my body healthier. Oh, it's called weight training, right? So you can now use weights that's heavy. Because of gravity, it pulls it towards the earth, and you go against it, which forces your muscles to tear. Okay, don't go crazy. I'm talking about micro tears, and then as it repairs, your muscle grows. Make sense? Or you say, because of gravity, I can use it to make sure that if I'm on a certain surface, I want it to stay on that surface. I'll put something that's heavy enough, so it pulls on it. Whatever. The whole idea here is you understand there's some phenomena already in front of you. How do you harness it? So this example is very simple to what you call karma. It's already there. You don't believe it? You're dead. It's just like you don't believe in gravity? Oh, try walking off a building, then you go, oh, gravity is real. Now, of course, if you study science, there's many explanations of what gravity is. Most people think gravity is a force, but as you study further, you realize gravity is essentially a certain something, it's not really a force, that is due to mass. So if you have mass, it has a tendency to bend this so-called space-time. Anyway, let's not get into that for now. One day we'll talk about it in more detail. It's based on Einstein's theory of special or general? Well, one of the relativity stuff. Okay, anyway, here's my point. Karma is the same way. Karma is already there, and if you want to harness it, it'll make your life better. And the way you harness it, just like if you want to harness gravity, you want to harness the electromagnetism, you have to understand the mechanism, the principle behind it, called physics. Now, when it comes to karma, it's called the golden rules. That's what my teacher was teaching. He says, look, most people don't understand the golden rule. The golden rule is actually quite simple. There's the do and the don't. There's the negative golden rule, which is don't. And there's the golden rule, the positive one, says do. Okay? So in the Old Testament, it's mostly don't. In the New Testament, it's do. Right? In the Old Testament, thou shalt not do it. If you look at the Ten Commandments, it's just like, 80% of it's don't do this, thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that. You go to the New Testament, Lord Jesus says, do unto others as you want them done unto you. Now the question is why? It's very simple. In the Old Testament, longer time, humanity, or like spiritual infants, it's just like when you're telling your kid, you're going to explain everything to them. You just say, hey, don't do this so you don't get hurt. You're not going to sit there, by the way, if you eat this, the nutrients are not there, blah, 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 blah. You say, yeah, don't eat that, you get fat. Right? Now, once they understand it, they grow faster. They go, okay. You see, this food is not good for you. This food is good, so eat this instead. It depends on the maturity of the person you're talking to. So the beautiful thing about the law of karma, the law is already there. Listen to this. The golden rules is a way to harness it. So, to oversimplify this, law of karma says whatever you throw out will slap you back, period. So the negative golden rule says you ask yourself, what is it that I don't want to be hit with? I don't want people to steal from me. I don't want people to project negative thoughts, negative emotions at me. I don't want this, I don't want that. Okay, what do I not want? Let me not cast it out because I know whether I like it or not, it can slap me back. Doesn't take a genius to figure that part out, right? And then the positive golden rule says, whatever I throw out, whether I like it or not, will hit me back. So let me think of it. What do I want to hit me back? A lot. I want to be prosperous. Hey, let me give money to charity so as their lives get better, I plant this seed, it comes back to me. Oh, I want to be loved. Okay, I love more people. So it comes back. Now, some of you, your guilt alarm just turned on. Oh, well, you're telling me that if I give, I'm intending to receive. Yeah. So, who got hurt? Did your life get better? Yes. Did their life get better? What's your problem? You see, we've been brought up a lot with, oh, it is better to give than to receive. That's why a lot of people on the spiritual path are broke. I remember my teachers used to say that. They go, look, most people on the spiritual path, they say, when you give, you should not expect anything. I know, some of you are already saying, yeah, you should not expect anything. Listen carefully. You cannot say, oh yeah, when I give, I cannot expect anything, when in fact, it's a law. Whatever it causes, there will always be an effect. So listen carefully. This might be your breakthrough for the day, if you haven't heard it yet. Simple rule. When you give, and you literally will that you don't want it back, what comes back to you is spiritual development. In other words, when you give, let's say you give money, just use an example. You give money to charity. You say, oh, I don't expect anything back. It still comes back in the form of spiritual development, opening your heart, etc., etc. It just changes the form that it comes back. Are you with me so far? That's what it is. Very simple. Now, if you don't say anything, you just give money to charity. By this law called karma, you plant apple seed, you'll get the apple tree. So a lot of people on the spiritual path, that's what's happening. They've been trained that it's always better to give than to receive. In concept, it's true. That is your intention. But if you go to the extreme and says, I don't want anything back, it's just like saying, I'm exhaling, I don't want to inhale. Then you complain you're suffering. How much sense does that make? Let me put it in a better way. Let's take, and I'll pick a number. Let's say take $5. There's a beggar. Okay? I give this money to that person. For that person, they're now able to get food. So that means for them, they got something material, fed their bodies, they're better. By the law of karma, because of that, I generate good karma, prosperity karma. As that person gets better, my life gets better. I get karma credits. Okay? Simple question. When they eat that food that they bought from it, it's gone. What you get back from it is non-material. It's good karma credits. Who got the better end of the deal? I did. Because in my case, it's something I develop. It develops my character. It also increases my so-called good luck. See, the word good karma is just a spiritual term for what most people call good luck. That's all. Now, here's the more important part that Lao Tzu was talking about. Okay, let me put it back up again. You cannot receive what you don't give. To make it very simple for you, it's always a cycle. So in ancient Taoist technique, there's a cycle that involves part of it is giving, part of it is receiving. It's a loop. You break either loop, you're dead. In other words, some of you give, but you don't want to receive, you suffer. Some of you take, you don't want to give, you also suffer. That's it. Now, the people who understand this law would say, yeah, doesn't make sense. You break one part, you affect the other. What if you increase one? Ta-da! It increases the other. I don't care what your religion is. It's the same. Every religion teaches it. So, some of you, you're like this. You're very loving. You're very caring. You have this martyr syndrome. You give. You take care of people, but you don't take anything for yourself or you don't take care of yourself. In other words, you give, you share, you volunteer, and so on. But, listen to this. You don't take time for yourself because you don't feel you're worthy. So you're always giving, but not receiving. At some point, you'll quit. You know why? It's just like exhaling, 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 but there's no sustenance. Now, the opposite is also true, which you've known people like this. They take, but they don't want to give. It's just like, they're about to explode. They still don't want to exhale. Make sense? So, it's a lesson on both sides. For people who are not yet on the spiritual path, there's a tendency to be on the side of, what's it in for me? They take, they don't want to share because they're always afraid there won't be enough. It's a mentality of scarcity, of lack. So they don't want to give. So because of that, the thing compounds. They don't want to give. They just take. But here's what happens. If they don't give and share, they're not generating new seeds, or they're not planting new seeds, right? And more importantly, listen to this carefully. They have no more room to receive. So if you just take, and you don't give, there's no space for you to receive. Even blessings want to come to you. You're about to explode. Now, the other side doesn't work either, which I know a lot of you are already saying, yeah, I'm that type, I'm the giving type. Yeah, that's good. But if you don't receive, you're also screwed. Because if you give, it's just like exhaling, you never inhale. What happens? In the end, your body breaks down. Your mind, emotions break down. It has to be both. Outflow determines inflow determines outflow. It's a cycle. You don't get that part, you learn it the hard way. The way I was taught is there are two ways to learn lessons in life. One is through your teachers, one is through life. Guess who's kinder? Of course your teacher, because your teacher has already screwed it up, learned from it, and says, do this, don't do that. Now, if you want to learn from life, well, guess what? It's usually through pain. So I don't know about you. I'd rather learn from somebody else's mistake than learn it from myself. But some of you says, yeah, but whatever. If your mind's made up, don't let me change it with facts. That's why I always tell people, because I always get people arguing, yeah, but you don't understand. I go, yeah, I don't. You're suffering. We're showing you something that is simple, that helps others and helps yourself, and yet you're arguing. Okay, whatever. Then you learn it the hard way. Go, knock yourself out. I don't babysit. But if you're willing to learn, two things happen. One, you make your life better. Number two, it gives you a greater capacity to help other people. And as you help other people, the good karma will come back to you anyway, which will improve your life, which will increase your capacity to give, which you'll give more, and the whole thing speeds up. Okay, let's look at the alternative. You don't want to listen. You don't want anything back, or do you want to give? So you suffer. People who could use your help don't get it. So now they're suffering, you're suffering. Or whether you feel spiritual. Yeah, right. That makes a whole lot of sense, maybe in the Twilight Zone. Make sense? So some of you guys say, yeah, but you don't understand. I know nuns, priests, these yogis, they renounce the world, so they only give, they don't want to take. That's because they choose to. In that life, you see, you have to look at the big picture. Okay, this is going to get really weird really fast. So if you can handle it, you might as well leave now, okay? But if you're open to it, listen carefully. You're seeing this part of the picture. You're not seeing the big picture. The big picture works like this. According to the way my teacher explained it is, oftentimes when yogis, monks, priests do that, they have a purpose. The soul has a purpose. What is that purpose? It's very likely that in a previous lifetime, they were, let's just say, very selfish. Take, me, I, accumulating. So the soul has not yet learned to be selfless. So what the soul does in the next incarnation, I told you it's going to get weird really fast, so if you can't handle it, better leave now. What happens is they go, I really want to learn how to give and share and not be so selfish. That's the higher soul. So what happens is, in their next incarnation, they choose to be the opposite because they want to balance out what happened in his previous lifetime. Gets you thinking, doesn't it? The opposite is also true. If you're a yogi in the past and you're used to giving, you're not taking, you go, I better balance this out. So oftentimes in the next lifetime, or subsequent lifetimes, the soul will put itself into an environment where it needs to learn to receive and take. It's a balancing act. Another way to look at it is the soul is like a gem, a diamond. In one lifetime, you polish the ability to give and share. In one lifetime, you polish receiving and accumulating. Make sense? So the whole idea, at some point, you balance giving, receiving, and all the other aspects of the soul. Now, how much is that worth to you? Haven't you noticed? And this is one of the things we always talk about is, you start noticing that, I have certain tendencies. I don't know why. When things are, listen carefully, okay? If you still stayed for this one, then you better listen. I had to learn this the hard way. You're getting this for free. Okay? Listen carefully. Some of you might have noticed you want to be successful. You work hard, you do this, you do that. Just when you're about to hit that success, or when you reach a certain level of success, certain crazy things start happening in your mind. You start feeling, I'm not worthy for this, or, I don't know when this will explode, when will the next shoe drop, etc. A lot of these thoughts, where the heck did this come from? You start doubting yourself, and the project crashes. No, you won't admit it to everyone, but it's called self-sabotage. The question is why? Because most likely, you have not yet learned that lesson to say, I'm good about being successful and acknowledging I'm prosperous. You can say it with your stupid affirmations, but you don't believe it. That's because the soul is still living a yogic life. Now, here's the best news of all. If you're listening to this and you understand what I'm saying, you go, that makes sense. No wonder. Watch this. Once you acknowledge, you go, oh yeah, well, I'm done with that lifetime. I already learned how to be selfless. This lifetime, I will learn to be prosperous. Because now I can balance both. I've learned that ability to give and share and be selfless. This lifetime, I learned to take care of myself, my family, and, be comfortable. And as I balance the two, I can help other people and also be happy. Ta-da! That's called a balanced life. That alone, if you were to learn that lesson, your life will change. Make sense? So think about it. It's a cycle of outflow and inflow. It goes in a circle. Some of you are great at giving. How good are you in receiving? Some of you are great at receiving. How good are you at giving and sharing? Remember the cycle. You break one of it because of whatever stupid excuse we have, you suffer. As simple as that. I don't care you say, whoa, but my religion, this. Remember what we said earlier. We're not interested in religion. We're interested in your essence, which is the soul, your spiritual self, which is beyond religion. Because you can be an atheist and still be a spiritual person. You realize that? People always get shocked when I say it. Really? Yeah. Religion tries to see, okay, this religion does this, talks about this one does it differently, so on and so on. Spirituality looks at it as what? Whatever your religion is, you're still a spiritual being occupying a body that is going through life. Right? The soul doesn't say, by the way, I have, see my shirt? It says, I'm Christian, I'm Buddhist, I'm Muslim, I'm this. No. In fact, it just kind of keep you thinking a little bit. This might be a little too extreme. You know what? I got a better idea. Let's cover this later. I think some of your brains are about to explode. I think it's too much already. But when I have a chance, we'll cover it in the subsequent Anchor to Light sessions. Because if I start talking about why in one lifetime you're in one religion, another lifetime you have a different religion, is because the soul wants to polish different aspects of the soul. It might make your brain explode too fast, too much. So that's why I'm going to hold off. Okay? Anyway, I've already yacked for half an hour. You're supposed to be here for meditation. But just keep that in mind. If you want to start a good year, and we did this in the New Year's Day meditation and lecture and workshop, you start the year by giving. You start the year by giving because you're planting seeds that you get to harvest throughout the entire year. If you start out by don't want to give, you want to hold on to everything, you're starting with planting. You're still planting. You're planting poverty consciousness thoughts. So the question is, what are you planting at the start of the year? You see, as you give, you're creating space to receive. As you give, you're acknowledging that there's prosperity in the universe. As you give and share, the universe will take care of you. So the question is, which consciousness are you planting? That is the consciousness you will be, listen, harvesting and manifesting materially. Your choice. Your choice. Okay? So I know some of you are feeling uncomfortable. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you the lessons I've learned from my teacher. And then for the ones who are new, I highly recommend that you just keep an open mind, listen, and do whatever you can to learn and practice. All right. Shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Tuakok Sui, Mahagu Jumeling, we thank you for opening our hearts, our minds, our souls to divine love, that when we give and share and help others, we thank you in full faith, so be it. Take your left hand, tap your heart. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Open your hands. Visualize the earth in front of you. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Just say, our hearts are one. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, within me, in my home, in my workplace, anywhere in the world, let my soul manifest unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Let's just recall people we know who are going through trials, suffering, or having challenges in their life. Visualize their lives turning around. Bless them with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. You and I are not doing the blessing. We're just essentially just channeling these blessings from God to all these people who need it. May all be blessed with peace, with love, with forgiveness, with hope, and with faith. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Where there's sadness, let me sow joy. May all be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Just be still. Just keep your tongue on your palate. Your crown is filled with golden light. Let the golden light just flow down from your crown through your hands and fill the earth. And just silently say, our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. May my soul be filled with peace, love, and kindness. And let me share it with every person, every being on earth now. Share it with every family member, everyone I work with, to everyone in my city, my town, in my country. Let this peace, love, and kindness be shared with the entire world. So be it. Just be still. Now be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light even brighter than before flowing through your hands and filling up your home, your workplace, your city, your town, your country. Let it fill up the entire earth. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit, through my soul, and through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth, without exception, in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all sentient beings in every dimension, above and below, every direction, may all be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing, and for so many right now, physical, emotional, and mental healing, and also financial healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Blessings be to all. Just be still. In stillness, the divine energy can flow through us to bless all beings. So be it. Now, gently lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Be still. Imagine a beautiful golden light just floating above your head like a golden flame. Be aware of that golden flame. Simultaneously be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to your crown and into that golden light. And stay there. You are the spiritual self, not your body. You're your spiritual self. You're the spiritual self, not your emotions. You are the spiritual self, the soul, not your mind. That is your true essence. Be still. Om. 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 Be still. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that golden light. Stay there. Be aware of the inner stillness, the inner light, and just simply let go and just let things happen on its own now. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Very gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing. Visualize all the people you love in front of you. Fill them with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now be aware of your feet, the base of your spine, your hands. Project golden light down into the earth. Fill the earth below you with golden light. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. So it is. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Choka Sui Mahaguju Mailing, we thank you for your immense blessings in full faith. And so it is. All right, I hope all of you had a good meditation. Just gonna add a little something there. You might not have noticed this, but if you've been joining us with all these meditations, 90-something% of our lectures and meditations, it's either Meditation Twin Hearts or the Great Invocation. Guess what? Both those powerful meditations emphasize on one thing: giving. You notice that? You're blessing the earth. You're blessing your loved ones, people in need. That's what you're doing. That's why a lot of you, based on your response and your feedback, go, yeah, ever since I've been meditating, I have more inner peace. I notice that I'm handling things better. And a bunch of you actually said that you're more prosperous. Well, guess what, buddy? You've been giving all this time. I just didn't tell you that. So that proves what Lao Tzu said. You cannot receive what you don't give out. Outflow is connected to inflow. Very simple. All right? Now, for some of you who are new and you want to know more about how to increase your prosperity, we have a free workshop. Most of you know this already. We just opened it up. Prosperity Zen. It's a 2-hour workshop that you can go to. Just go to mastercode.org. And then from there, if you want to sign on to the online program of 9 weeks, 4 weeks, you can do so. If that's all you want to do. In that 2 hours, we go through about prosperity consciousness. A lot of people don't realize this. And some of you who have signed on a year ago, you probably haven't practiced. That's why you become worried. You start focusing on negative thoughts and emotions, not realizing, hey, I'm creating these thoughts again. Maybe it's time to do house cleaning. So two things. One, the ones who've taken it and have not practiced it, well, you have no idea how much we put into that. Discerning negative thoughts and emotions, creating powerful ones, so on and so on. It's there for you. The ones who are new, just go through it. Go to the free workshop if you want to. And then from there, decide what you want to do. You'll continue or just keep watching it over and over again. Your choice. Doesn't matter. All right? And quick announcement also, the classes that are coming up online. If you're in the United States, January 22, 23, we talk about the Tree of Life. I have the book with me. The Tree of Life. It goes to all the 11 major chakras, plus the one above your head. February 19 is Inner Teachings of Buddhism Revealed. Anyway, the schedule's there. And March 26 is Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul. Anyway, that information there, you go look at it and then go from there. All right, we will see you tonight. Well, California's tonight for Anchor Light Part 2 on, I forgot already. I think this is Wednesday. All right, namaste everyone. I hope you learned something today, and we want you to be happy. And so start planting positive prosperity seeds so you'll have a fantastic year, even better than last year. Namaste. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, and we will see you 7 hours and 15 minutes. God bless. Take care.